want to take us back to something that you've said before, not here, but in a conversation we had prior to this, you made a statement, and I quote, you said, it's not about you making profits.
Yeah.
You sleep well at night because you solve problems. Can you speak a little bit more on what that means to you and how it has shaped your daily decisions right now?
Okay, let me start that by saying that one of the questions that I answer every day is the question of what really drives you. What's driving me? Purpose drives me. But when you don't know your purpose, you're in disarray. I understood my purpose from a long time ago. I'll put it in two statements. Number one, impact. Number two, solve problems. I can say that, well, that's my purpose and that's what I do. And when I solve a problem, I just have peace. I just have this, I feel very good. I just feel very good. I just am peaceful. So I love solving problems. And it's not all about money, really. Like I said, it's not always about money. It's more about what impacts are you dropping in life. How many people is your one step or one bold move impacting? Who are you touching? Who have you touched today? It's about solving problems that touch people, that makes their life easier. So money will come when you're solving problems, really. Actually, that's what business is about. It's the problem you solve that brings the money. So if you put the money first, and that's why whenever some people come and cry, hey, this business, I want to start, but I need capital. It's not capital you need. Honestly, most times it's not capital. But capital might come at the point of scaling. But the truth is, you have to start with what problems are you solving. I run a communications company that I had to look at a particular problem that formed my niche. And what is the particular problem? Policy failure. And I started researching from 1960 till date, how many policies per sector, food and agri, this, that, have we made in Nigeria? What is the percentage of success? So there is no. Why? The major reason is either the policy is not communicated appropriately, or miscommunicated, or undercommunicated, or there was no proper engagement of those who these policies would affect. So I decided to focus on policy, communication, and engagement as my niche. Create forums, create events that speaks to certain policy changes, policy direction. So that's my niche. Although I do other things but that's my focus. That's my key area. Policy communication, policy engagement. For me, that is solving a problem with what you know to do, not just delving into business. And I'm not talking about just the policy of a nation. In fact, it's not only Nigeria that will have that problem. If you recall, very recently, there was a problem in Kenya that they were protesting because the government rolled out a policy. We are engaging them. It's an African thing. We like doing that. And it's not only just even in the government. It has to do with business sector too. So even when I work for my clients, I always want to, we co-create solution. We co-create. That's what I do for them. So enemy is to see that policies succeed.
And
And that people receive policy, not see government as their enemy when they roll out policy.
Okay. You also mentioned that you have a forum for this where you discuss. Is it like in public?
No, I get called to come talk.
Okay.
I get called to come talk. But I have where I speak to young people, although it's in the church. There's a class that was created out of need in my church. We call them the pre-youth. You know, it's before even the law that they were pushing that if you're not 18, you can't get into an institution, then they now brought it back to 16. Most people, they'll throw their children in that institution. Some are even 14, 15, 16.
I think now they put a cap on the
16. Now, we found out that we had a whole, in the teens class, they were to graduate. But we don't graduate you until you are over 19. And then we had a whole lot of them that stopped coming. What is happening? I'm in our institution now. And so, does that make you less of a teenager? Yeah, still a teenager. But the truth is, their experiences differ from the regular teenager. So we created that class for them. And we don't just go preach at them. I undo what we call specialized sessions. In fact, last Sunday, we were talking about lifestyle inflation. Before then, we had a series running 4 weeks about how to manage your relationship with money. It's not just about spending. There's a relationship you have with money. And how to manage money, how to invest, how to save, and all of that. So, because we realize that they now have control over some fund. Some of them are working, some of them are doing remote work, some of them, in fact, that last Sunday was awesome. I had an 11-year-old who is already a content creator, garnering as much as 13-point-something million views on TikTok. That was part of the panels that spoke. So, we were not playing church, just come and speak in tongues. No. I started that, and it's really, really doing a lot. I remember in December, from November to December, we did a whole 6 to 8 week series on optimizing your mind. The wise man said that the mind processes at least 150 ideas daily. And then the question is, how many have you been able to lock down? So we took them through some series of how to lock down your ideas. What do you do? How to move it forward. As we are approaching January, we started taking them through how to plan for your year, for every area of your life. How to plan for your relationship, plan in terms of your finances, plan in terms of your education. You just want to arrive at 4 points, something. You can't just arrive there if it's not planned. And you don't wait till your final year before you start. So that's the kind of thing. That's what I do.
So can you just touch on how you lock down your idea? If maybe briefly you can just give us some tips on.
Have you noticed that the moment I got here, I brought out my notebook.
Okay.
It's like second nature. When I sleep, I always have a notebook beside me. In church, if you see my notebook, you will laugh. I always divide my diary like this. Because even when I'm writing what the preacher is saying, I get secondary illumination, I write. Most of my beautiful ideas, I got them right when I'm doing some other thing. So I take notes. I take it very serious to take notes. I don't joke with notebooks. I always, in fact, it's the most precious gift anybody can give me. And please, yes, you can take your note on your phone, but you see this long hand, I trust this. I trust it. I take notes. I have some, in fact, in my section, there's a section in my house, it's all sorts of notes. spiral bind, diary type, all sorts.
That you've used.
Yes, I write. I write a lot. I write a lot. Something comes to my mind, I'll write it down. I'll come back to it later. Think through it. Because ideas rule the world.
So the tip now, always make sure that you
Make sure you write. Make sure you because it's not everything that the mind will remember. And then we are in a time and a society that a lot of things are not for your attention. Before you know it, you won't even remember that you had an idea. So when it comes, write it down. Lock it down. When you lock it down, you can go back there. Okay, so how do we deal with this? That's it.
Speaking to a young woman who's trying to find her way right now in her career, her business, what advice would you give her?
I would say, go look for somebody that is doing that business and is thriving and has gone through stages of trials. Be humble to ask for mentorship. 2, research. Number 3, think through properly. Because what others may be doing may not be what you are called for, may not be what your purpose is. Be sure that whatever you are working towards is purpose-driven. Understand your purpose and apply that to what you're doing, what you're starting out on, so that you don't get to the end of at some point get frustrated, or that scripture that he quotes that says, we've run around this mountain too long, so that you won't be running around the mountain. So think through, search for people who have been there to learn from, research, and make sure it's in line with your purpose. So the first step to that is understand what your purpose is. So those are my 4 advice.
Okay. So this is the last question we have for you today. So looking back at all that you've done, what do you think is the thread that has really tied all you've done, like from policy, communication, agency, everything? Do you think there's a thread that's linked them all together?
The thread that links them all together is the trend of making impact. All of them are areas of impact, and the major thread that links everything is purpose.
Okay.
I understood my purpose, and I'm working in all those places based on fulfilling my purpose. So that's the thread that ties everything together. Purpose.
So although I said that's the last question,
Alright,
I have a bonus. I just want to know, people looking at you, they say they can see you're into politics, all of this. I just wonder, do you have any other thing you do, work aside, that gives you meaning, makes you feel fulfilled, that you enjoy doing? Would I say hobbies, or just something on the side that's outside work that you think really gives you meaning and you enjoy doing, so that when people are looking at you and they're seeing this woman, they know that there's also another side to you, if there is?
Okay. I value family time. I schedule time to talk to my children a lot, but most importantly, there's something I like doing, and I really am missing that. Because of this rain, I'm not able to do it more often. It's something called prayer walk. I go walking early hours, just enjoying God, just praying, and it Again, it gives me clarity. It gives me a pointer to solve some things when they become like clutters. It's my key. It's actually my key. It's the key to really navigating for me. Because that's where I talk to God, I get solution, I get clarity. In fact, it does a lot for me.
Has your faith played a key role to where you are?
Oh, absolutely. I was born into an Islamic family.
Okay.
Let me, you may have heard when I said, somebody called me Ghanaian. I was an Islamic family. In fact, my surname has to do with Tira. Tira is actually something Islamic. But, it's common in the Southwest. Muslim married, Christian, nobody is studying the other person. My mom is a deaconess in CISR. And I grew up with my grandmother, who is also a staunch CISR member. So I grew up as a Christian under their hand. And it's that foundation I carried on. You just must have a relationship with God. It's critical. It's critical. Because it's what will let you understand the whole essence of your existence and will keep you grounded. It will help you to know gratitude. It will help you to understand that things that happen physically are settled in the spiritual realm. It helps you to understand that purpose is from God. God does not create anything purposeless. Even all of us are created for a purpose. It helps you to understand quite a number of things. So my depth is actually formed from my spiritual relationship. Yeah.
All right. So we've come to the end of the podcast. This was a very, very deep conversation. I personally got a lot from it, and I'm very sure that the people who are viewing would also get so much and draw so much from this session with you. So it was really an honor to have you here, Ma.
The honor is absolutely mine.
All right.
It's beautiful talking to people, and I look forward to hearing from you. If you have questions, don't hesitate. Get through to CISR. They will get across to me. If you need to talk to me, I'm available. And even on social media, I'm available.
Okay, I was thinking of asking you that question because I have questions personally.
Please.
Okay. So thank you so much all for watching. Thank you so much, Ma, for being here. See you all in the next episode.
Thank you.